All right, the next case will be for Donald Wayne Andrews, Jr. Please come forward. You can come on up, Mr. Bayless.
All right. Hello, Mr. Andrews. How you doing?
Bayless. Mr. Andrews, remain standing. Raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give in this proceeding, sir, shall be the truth, whole truth, under the penalty of perjury.
Yes, sir.
Have a seat, please, and state your name.
Donald Wayne Andrews, Jr.
I need your ID, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I sent you a lot of documents. I haven't received anything from you. Why not?
The stuff I got said bring it to the meeting.
Is that what I said?
I said,
Yes, sir, I have letters.
I thought the letter sent them to me before the meeting.
I said,
Yeah, you mailed the letter on the 15th. When you mail it from your office, it doesn't automatically show up in my house. It takes time to. So you mailed it on the 15th, which is Monday. Today's the 23rd. I got it Saturday, and it said it needed to be here a week prior.
You mailed them on the 15th?
I got the postmark right here.
12 is when I mailed it.
Well, we should have mailed them before then.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't know it. We didn't get it until late.
That's right. We didn't get the case. That's right. We didn't get. Well, you got the documents with you now?
Yes, sir. Everything except for the DMV title. I thought I had one in the car. I don't have one.
That's all right. Just
I
let
can
me
get it
see
to you.
what you got.
All right. Let's see. It says there, bring to me. Got that in there. There's a copy of the homestead deed that will be filed today. Okay.
Let me just take it one at a time here, sir. This is something you were to read, right?
Yes, sir.
So you didn't receive these documents till Saturday?
I think Saturday is when I got them. Yeah. And it said it had a sticky on it that said bring to meeting.
Right. There's two. There was
That's
two
fine.
of them.
That's fine. We're in good shape for the shape we're in. All right, let me see this. Give that to her, please.
Mr. Trustee, I have two motions pending for filing under seal.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I have two motions to file under seal pending.
With the bankruptcy court?
That's correct.
What is the name of that street your wife lives on?
Betula.
B-E-T.
U-L-A.
Thank you.
Sir, it was my understanding that you have got several claims, alleged claims against individuals
Yes, sir.
that are not, you didn't schedule any of those claims. Why did you not schedule them?
Schedule them?
Yes, sir.
They're in my report there.
I'm sorry?
They're in my report there, the SOFA, the Statement of Financial Affairs.
Sir, let me read you this, what it says on item 21B21. Other contingent and unliquidated claims of every nature, including tax refunds, counterclaims of the debtor, and rights to set off, give estimated value of each. I don't see where any claims were filed on your behalf, or at least in your schedules. Now let me take a look at your statement of financial affairs. I've already looked at it, but I'll look at it again.
You're talking about lawsuits, is that correct?
Correct. That's a claim, that's an asset in your estate. If you recover on that, that becomes property of your bankruptcy estate to be turned over to me. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir. There was an addendum filed.
Sir, let me finish this, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't see where you have scheduled any claims, even in your statement of financial affairs. Show me where you did, please. This was not the amended ones, is that right?
No, sir. As far as I know, I don't believe so.
And you say this was attached in your
Just like you see it there, yes, sir.
schedules? Yeah, it sure was. Well, where you got this would indicate that there are suits against you. That is not where you would put claims against others.
Okay.
These claims are to be scheduled on Schedule B as property of your estate.
Okay.
This would indicate that suits and administrative proceedings against you, and that needs to be amended. Now, you did not allege any value to these claims. What are the value of these claims?
Various, usually over $100,000, I think.
I'm sorry?
Usually over $100,000, the claims.
Over $100,000. And that's against all of the individuals shown here, the courts that you've alleged?
These are varying amounts.
Well,
Each one.
it's up to you. Well, you have alleged, you might want to take a look at this, Shannon. How long have these suits been pending?
Different amounts of time. Some for 45 days, some for maybe a year.
What's the basis of these lawsuits?
Malicious prosecution is one with Mr. Bayliss there. The other one are violation of civil rights. I think, yeah.
Have you hired an attorney to prosecute these claims?
No, sir.
Are you going to?
No, sir.
Do you expect me to prosecute these claims?
No, sir.
Will you prosecute the claims?
Yes, sir.
You will. Do you realize you can't do that as of the moment because it's my property? Do you realize that?
Sure.
Okay. Why are you filing bankruptcy?
It was either file bankruptcy or go to jail. So we filed bankruptcy.
Either you file bankruptcy or go to jail.
Yes, sir.
Explain that to me.
An attorney forged a court order for $10,000. It's on the schedule there. And the judge said, hey, either you pay the attorney fees or you go to jail December 1st.
Was that a criminal contempt order?
Civil.
They wouldn't put you in jail for that, sir.
I've got the warrant, sir. And yes, they do.
What jail time do they suggest?
12 months.
And what was the $10,000 for?
Attorney's fees.
And what was the result of those attorney's fees? What caused those attorney's fees?
A forged court order.
The attorney forged it.
The attorney,
You didn't represent the attorney didn't represent you. He just forged an order for you to get $10,000. Is that what you're saying?
He forged an order for him to get $10,000.
I'm sorry?
The attorney forged an order for him to receive $10,000. $11,000 and some change, I think. $11,000.
And he didn't represent you.
No, he represents the opposing party.
Represented who?
The opposing party. The child's mother.
And the child's mother, was that your ex-wife or
No.
girlfriend or
Ex-girlfriend.
Have these suits that you've alleged here been filed with the different courts that they're in?
Yes, sir.
I want copies of all those pleadings. Can you get those for me?
Sure.
Okay. I want copies of all those pleadings. You filed all those by yourself on your behalf?
Yes, sir.
And you had no legal help with respect to those?
No, sir.
Now, what's your relationship with Mr. Bayliss here? I see you obviously know him.
He represented one of the parties that I sued in federal court there.
What party was that?
Wolcott Rivers Gates.
Is that Eastman? Carl Easton's firm?
Right.
I want February the 3 on this. February 3. Yeah. These suits that you filed, you've alleged a certain amount for monetary claim, monetary damages in those suits, didn't you know?
That's correct, sir.
Well, that's the value that you put on them for your bankruptcy schedules. All right, you're to amend Schedule B21 to outline in detail those claims, including the amount of each claim.
You want the pleadings to your office before that meeting?
I do.
Okay.
Any of those claims been set for trial?
No. No, sir.
Has there been no docket call with respect to those claims?
An initial hearing.
I'm sorry?
Initial hearing, usually. Some were summarily dismissed without an initial hearing.
Well, the ones that were dismissed you don't show.
But
They no longer exist.
They're
right?
on appeal.
Oh, they're on appeal.
Yeah.
Well, note that.
Okay.
Note that in your schedules.
I mean, it's on the schedule I have now. It's noted. It's a Court of Appeals. You know, this. I feel like we're going around and round. It says it right there. I mean, the amounts I can certainly provide, and the pleadings I can certainly provide.
We're not going around and around, sir. B21 requires this.
I understand that.
So see to it that B21 outlines each claim. If it's been summarily dismissed, state it.
Yes, sir.
If it's on appeal, state it.
Yes, sir.
And the amount of each.
Yes, sir.
Why do you say that's going around and around and around?
Because if it's in the Court of Appeals, quite obviously it's on appeal.
My understanding is, sir, that you sued the Court of Appeals.
I'm talking about the Federal Court of Appeals.
You've sued the Federal Court of Appeals.
No, I haven't sued the Federal Court of Appeals.
You sued the State Court of Appeals.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But we have no knowledge of any of this. You have to understand
I understand that, but you'd have knowledge if you read the addendum that I put in there. I don't.
So let me tell you something. I'm not here to argue with you. Okay?
Well, then don't.
Okay. Well, don't argue with me either.
Sure, no problem.
I expect you to do as you've been instructed to do.
Yes, sir. I certainly will.
You have any questions?
Oh, I'm sure I will, but I'll
Let me just ask a couple questions.
Sure.
You indicated,
Identify yourself, please.
Bill Bayliss, I represent Wolcott Rivers, and you mentioned in your statement to Mr. Lubman that you had 2 motions regarding appeals with the bankruptcy court. Do any of those motions involve Wolcott Rivers?
Yes, sir.
And which one involves Wolcott Rivers?
It's in the addendum, Mr. Bayliss. I'm not sure the case number. As far as I know, it's still pending on appeal.
I'm not aware.
I haven't gotten copies of those, but when were they filed?
I filed the appeal within, the appeal
No,
date.
you said you filed motions with the bankruptcy court
The motion's under seal.
under seal.
They were filed the 17th.
17th of this month?
It looks like just one.
I've never gotten a copy of them. Well, they were filed under seal, that's why.
Okay, it's a sealed motion
You're
application
entitled to a
filed
copy.
by...
You should be entitled to a copy, as would our office.
Who is your office?
I'm with the Department of Justice, the Office of the U.S. Trustee.
Okay.
So I should be getting, I can't hear them good because
Even
of,
though they're filed under seal, typically a trustee in the U.S. Trustee is entitled to see the documents that are under seal.
did you receive them?
I haven't received any.
I haven't received them either. They were not sent to me.
That's document entry 16 and 17.
Right.
Are the motions under seal, do they involve Wolcott Rivers?
I'm not going to discuss it. It's under seal. It's filed under seal. I'm not going to discuss it with you.
Okay. But it is your testimony, as you said here today, that you have filed...
Let me re-answer that. No, they don't involve Wolcott Rivers Gates.
Okay.
I didn't see the problem with your answering that.
The motion, but you say you have filed motions in the bankruptcy court regarding Wolcott Rivers.
No, sir, Mr. Bayliss.
Okay, I didn't think you had.
I think the trustee asked me about if there was something pending in the Court of Appeals.
Right, and I'll get to that in a second. But let's clear one thing up, just so I know, so I don't waste your time and my time. I've not seen any pleading filed against Wolcott Rivers in the bankruptcy court, whether it's a motion or some other sort of pleading. And I just want to clarify, are you aware of any pleadings that you filed regarding any claim against Wolcott Rivers in the bankruptcy court?
Of course, if he filed a claim now against Wolcott Rivers, that would be my claim.
It would be, and I'll get to that in a second.
Right, so it would not be his claim anymore. He doesn't own it anymore. I own it now.
Yeah. Well, the addendum addresses the suit against Wolcott Rivers.
Okay, all right. So you then that's the case pending in the federal court, right?
That is a case pending in federal court, correct?
And you mentioned on your addendum that it's on appeal.
Yes, sir.
And I have gotten an order from the Fourth Circuit denying your appeal. Have you gotten that order?
No, sir. Has it been a recent order?
In the last 2 weeks?
I have not. No, I have not.
Okay.
Can I get a copy of that,
I'll
Mr.
send you a
Bayliss?
copy. And I'll copy you with it when I send it to me.
Thank you.
So we have your, let me make sure I got your right address again. It's the Burgage Lane in Prince George?
That's correct.
So I'll send you a copy of the order from the Fourth Circuit.
Are you an attorney, Mr. Andrews?
No, sir.
All right, now, you then mentioned, in answering Mr. Lubman's question, that an attorney forged an order regarding the $11,000 or $10,000 in attorney's fees.
That's correct.
And that arose out of a support issue, correct?
No, sir.
What did it arise out of?
It was just a forged order. He had a judge sign an order saying that I owed him $11,000.
But
It didn't
the
arise.
matter that order was entered in, that was a support matter, right?
No, that order's forged. An attorney got together with a judge and committed a crime.
Okay, who was the lawyer?
Adam Carroll, I believe.
Adam
Carroll, I believe.
Carroll. And where does he work?
Wolcott Rivers Gates.
Okay. And who was the judge?
Judge Patrick.
Judge Patrick. All right, Mr. Love, I'm going to send you a copy of the order that Judge Patrick
Please.
as well. And what did the lawyer allegedly forge?
The court order. And then he had the judge
What part
sign
of the court order?
the whole thing.
And when you say forged, do you mean he signed somebody's name that he shouldn't have signed? Or
No,
what?
I mean, he typed out a court order saying that there was a hearing that we had that somehow he was awarded $11,800, and then he asked the judge to sign it.
Okay, so when you say forged,
You got a copy of that court order?
I can't get it.
I want a copy of it.
All right.
and is there a claim, Mr. Andrews, arising out of the alleged forgery of that court order by Adam Carroll? Is there a claim pending?
No, not yet.
Well, do you intend to assert a claim? Because that is, well, let me ask you it this way. Does that claim exist today?
That claim is well, I mean, I haven't filed anything on into the.
Well, it would be our
It is
position
civil.
that claim also belongs to bankruptcy estate because
Yeah.
you'll allege it's already
Sure.
occurred.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right, so you agree it belongs to the bankruptcy estate.
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Other than the claim that you filed in the U.S. District Court that went on appeal to the